Hey guys, welcome back to another video. Today I'll be talking about a long forgotten and useless pet that recently received a huge shadow buff. I'm talking like at least 10 times better than it was before. Introducing Frosty the Snowman. This guy is basically legal KILLAURA, and you're gonna see why in the rest of this video. But first, let's take a look at his perks. The base stats he gives you are a good balance of crit damage, strength, and damage. This is one of the few pets that directly boosts your damage stat, which will be very important after Skyblock's damage formula calculation. His first perk slows down enemies that are close to you, which is good for people using melee. His second perk helps you stay alive by taking less damage. And his third perk is KILLAURA. Every second, Mr. Frosty fires a weapon of mass destruction at the nearest hostile mob, incinerating it down to the nanoparticle level. Don't believe me? Take a look for yourself. 600k damage. Those poor crit girls are getting massacred. Before getting into the rest of this video, I want to thank each of my subscribers for getting me past 1,000. That's enough for YouTube partnership. If you're in the 94% of my viewers who haven't subbed yet, it's still not too late. Join me on my speedrun to 2k subscribers. As always, please drop a like for the algorithm if you enjoyed this video. It helps me a ton. I happen to have this Slayer quest on, so why not try it? Oh man. The snowman can even one-tap the tier 5 Rev mini-boss. Let's let it fight this Atone Revenant. 1, 2, 3, 4 hits. There we go. Alrighty, so we're gonna be checking it out in dungeons now. We already saw it's quite good outside and can one-tap Slayer mini-bosses. But how much more damage does it do in dungeons with catacomb scaling? Anyways, I picked this party because it's decent, but not too try-hard. And people with Hyperons would just one-tap everything and there'd be no video to record. For some reason, we've got not one, but 2 healers, but I guess I'll roll with it. Okay, so we're already hitting for a lot more, without any blessings at all. This thing is capable of one-shotting dungeon mobs in floor 6, and probably even floor 7 if I tried. Okay, now I'm gonna try holding the 1-for-all giant sword and see how much damage. Oh my god, 5 mil a hit is crazy, dude. No blessings, nothing. This snowman is just popping off. If I wanted to, it's actually possible to do an entire dungeon without hitting a single mob. Let the snowman just kill everything. Watch. 1, 2, 3, 4. Now let's find a mini boss. Hello, Mr. A. Alright. Snowman's hitting it for like 50k a hit. That's because it's got defense. But no matter, this thing will make quick work of it. Oh, it's healing. Alright, man down. Let's try it against the Rustin Warriors. If you look closely here, you actually see us proccing Thunderlord. That's really cool. It's basically acting like you're hitting with the sword. Let me show you a cool trick. You can actually use Edible Mace's ability with the Snowman Snowballs, and it procs. Could this be the new meta? Just kidding. It's way better to hold a Valkyrie or OFA Giant Sword because those scale way better than the Mace, which you can't dungeonize. However, I still think it's a pretty cool trick. While you can AFK with it, I'm not saying you should, as depending on where you do it, you can be a disturbance to other players. If you do decide you want to AFK with Snowman Pet, then you should pick somewhere that people don't normally go to, so that you won't bother them as much. Now let's try Snowman vs King Midas. You'll see that it's hitting for a lot less, because King Midas has full golden armor. I'm gonna try to ice spray it, but this is a demo to show you that the first ability conflicts with the ice spray's slow, which makes it keep running at me with a block of ice on its head. Awkward. That's okay though. The armor's breaking and now it's dead. This one's a bit slower than usual, what I'm used to, but actually I'm pretty happy that these guys did not skip Trap Room. There's like a lot of random party finder parties have this allergy to doing trap. They see it and they go achoo, achoo, and they just run away. And then when you call them out and no one responds, they're just like, what, me? I didn't skip trap, not me. I actually think the shadow buff really made this pet viable. Before it was totally useless because it didn't scale well, but now It hits like a truck both inside and outside dungeons. What makes it good is, not only does it do damage for you, but it also has the first 2 perks, which makes it both an offensive and a defensive pet. I probably should have said this earlier, but the way to get this pet is by opening gifts from the Jerry Winter event. But if you're like me and have really bad RNG, then you have to get it off the auction house. As of right now, it costs about 12 mil, which is not too bad. We've now reached the boss room, and I'm going to be trying out the defensive side of this pet against the terracottas and the golems. We're going to be in 3/4 Necron and a Warden helmet. The snowballs it shoots aren't going to be able to take out the heavily armored terracottas, but it's still doing a respectable 1 mil after damage reduction. If you watch my health bar, I'm actually not taking much damage. I think part of the credit goes to the damage reduction from the Snowman's second perk. Of course, some credit goes to our team's healers, but remember I'm in 3/4 dungeon armor. The Warden helmet is not convertible. Okay, now it's time to fight Sidon's giants and also take care of the sleeping golems. Alright. Oh no, I did not mean to do that. So, things to be wary of in F6. If you're using a snowman pet like me, or a wither set with a witherworm bonus, then you gotta be careful because those can trigger on the sleeping golems. And if you're not ready to kill them, it can be really bad for your team. I don't let my snowman hit it for a few times. It's doing like 5 mil to these wool golems, which is pretty solid. Oh my god. Actually, this is an example of using its first perk, which kills enemies. The golems are literally so slow, they couldn't reach me. If you look at the bottom of my screen, you'll see my speed stat. It's literally halved, and I'm a snail because I'm a warden. And the golems still can't catch me. Final thoughts on the pet while I'm finishing the run. While it's not going to replace the E-Drag, Tiger, or Griffin as a primary damage pet, this pet has a unique utility that is not too hard to build around. Most pets focus on either damage or EHP, but this pet offers some of both, and a unique slow aura no other pet has. It can even help you kill random bats and mimics that you might have trouble hitting. If you're looking for a reasonably priced and well-balanced pet, then consider making Frosty your new best friend.